This is the 11th through the 21st, 12th through the 21st verse. It reads as follows. The first woe is past. See, two woes are still coming after this. And the sixth messenger sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden slaughter place, which is before Elohim, saying to the sixth messenger who had the trumpet, release the four messengers, those having been bound at the great river Euphrates, and the four messengers, those having been prepared for the hour and day and month and year, were released to kill a third of mankind. And the number of the armies of the horsemen was 200 million, and I heard the number of them. And this is how I saw the horses in the vision, and those who sat on them, having breastplates of fiery red, and hyacinth blue, and sulfur yellow. And the heads of the horses were like the heads of lions, and out of their mouths came fire and smoke and sulfur. A third of mankind was killed by these three plagues, by the fire and the smoke and the sulfur which came out of their mouths. For the authority of the horses is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails are like serpents having heads, and with them they do harm. And the rest of mankind who were not killed by these plagues did not repent of the works of their hands, that they should not worship the demons and idols of gold and of silver and of brass and of stone and of wood, which are neither able to see, nor to hear, nor to walk. And they did not repent of their murders, nor of their drug sorceries, nor of their whoring, nor of their thefts. So when we look at first the 13th verse, because the 12th verse talks about this slaughter place, this altar before Elohim again, which we addressed in the last installment, chapter 8, about this altar of incense, okay? And the four horns are representative of the power of the Father to accomplish atonement and to accomplish judgment. Okay, and every time you see someone seeking the mercy and clemency of the Father, they go to the horns of the altar and lay their hands on that so that they can receive the Father's mercy and compassion and clemency. But this is not going to happen for the earth, because the judgment is it is set. It has been set. Okay, so we're seeing these messengers being bound at the great river of the Euphrates River. That, the 13th and the 14th verse. First, just to get an understanding of these four horns, let's do this. Let's look at Exodus 27 and verse 2. Just to get an understanding of this. Leviticus. Sorry. Exodus 27 and 2. It says, you shall make a slaughter place, an altar of acacia wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits wide. The slaughter place is square, and its height 3 cubits. And you shall make its horns on its 4 corners. Its horns are of the same, and you shall overlay it with bronze. Okay? And so, these are the powers of the Father. And it's complete, because he is sovereign in all 4 cardinal directions. Okay? So these now 13 and 14, we're going to look at that. And we're going to go to 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 4 through 17 to understand about these spirits, these demons that have been released. Okay? We're going to look at pretty much the 4th through the 17th verse of 2 Peter 2, which reads as follows. For if Elohim did not spare the messengers who sinned, so these are the messengers who have been released, but sent them to Tartaros. Okay, you can understand this is in the land of Turkey, where the Euphrates River also runs through, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be kept for judgment, and did not spare the world of old, but preserved Noah, a proclaimer of righteousness, and 7 others, bringing in the flood on the world of the wicked, and having reduced to ashes the cities of Sodom and Amorah, condemned them to destruction, having made them an example to those who afterward would live wickedly, and rescued righteous Lot, who was oppressed with the indecent behavior of the lawless. This is why the world shall be judged, the indecent behavior of the lawless. For day after day the righteous man, Lot, dwelling among them, tortured his righteous being by seeing and hearing their lawless works. Then Yah knows how to rescue the reverent ones from trial, and to keep the unrighteous unto the day of judgment, to be punished. There it is. There shall be a punishment and a judgment and a punishment.